Have you ever wondered why some older women seem to have an irresistible magnetism that draws men in, even when they're not chasing youth or trying to be someone they're not? What if I told you it's not about looks or age, it's about specific behaviors that make men obsessed with them? Sounds intriguing, right? Well, stick around, because in this video, we're going to reveal 4 powerful things that older women do that drive men wild, and none of them have anything to do with trying to look younger. If you're tired of playing games and just want to understand what makes a man think about you long after the date is over, this is the video for you. We're diving deep into the psychology behind attraction, backed by research and real-world examples, so you can stop feeling overlooked and start showing up as the woman who makes men remember you. By the end of this video, you'll have 4 concrete actions that are guaranteed to shift the way men see you, whether you're just getting back into dating or looking to level up your current relationship. These strategies have been proven to capture attention, build respect, and keep a man coming back for more. So, if you're ready to stop being invisible and start being unforgettable, keep watching. Because the secret to captivating men isn't what you think. Let's dive in and discover what makes an older woman magnetic. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Speaking with direct, calm confidence. There's something undeniably powerful about a woman who speaks her mind with unwavering calm and confidence, especially when she doesn't feel the need to over-explain or justify herself. When an older woman does this, it sends a profound message to everyone around her. She knows who she is. She doesn't seek validation from anyone. She isn't trying to impress or mold herself to fit anyone's idea of what she should be. No, she's simply offering her authentic self, and that in itself is magnetic. This kind of confidence is so much more than just boldness. It's the strength to be vulnerable, to speak her truth, and yet remain grounded in a way that feels empowering. Not aggressive, not loud, but clear. She's the type of woman who will say, "I'm not interested in playing texting games," or "casual flings aren't my thing," without hesitation or second-guessing. And she doesn't need anyone to agree or applaud her for it. She's not seeking approval. She's stating what matters to her, unapologetically. I believe this kind of authenticity is incredibly rare, especially in a world where so many people are still wrapped up in the need for external validation. It's liberating to witness. A Stanford University behavioral study found that men are more likely to be attracted to women who exude what researchers termed non-performative confidence. In simpler terms, it's a calm certainty that doesn't rely on seeking someone else's approval to validate it. It's genuine and rooted in self-assurance, not the desire to please. And here's the kicker. This type of communication activates the reward center in a man's brain. What does that mean? Simply put, it makes him feel safe, respected, and drawn to her inner strength. There's a magnetic quality to this kind of energy, and it's not something you come across every day. It's rare. It's refreshing. And more than that, it's undeniably attractive. Take Lisa, for example. At 48, she went on a few dates with a man who, unfortunately, kept flaking on her. Instead of getting frustrated, upset, or giving him a piece of her mind with drama, she took a deep breath and simply sent a text that read, "You seem like a great guy, but consistency is important to me. If this isn't a fit, no hard feelings." She was direct. She was clear. And she didn't apologize for her standards. The next day, he called her to apologize and, get this, stepped up. He changed his behavior because she communicated with calm confidence, without any unnecessary emotional drama or back and forth. Just clear, strong standards. And let's be honest, how often do we see that kind of self-assurance in action? It's powerful. Lisa's story is a testament to the impact that speaking with calm, direct confidence can have, not only in relationships but in life as a whole. When we stop seeking external approval and embrace our worth with self-assurance, we become magnetic in ways we never thought possible. And it's not about being perfect or having it all figured out. It's about being unapologetically you. Number 2. Maintaining her own life and letting him into it slowly. There's an undeniable allure in a woman who doesn't simply drop everything for a man, especially in the context of dating. It's not about playing hard to get or trying to create distance. It's about something much more profound. Men, especially those who are emotionally mature, are drawn to women who have their own lives. It's not because they enjoy the chase, but because it signals that she values herself and her time. It communicates that her world doesn't revolve around anyone but herself, and that is not only captivating, it's magnetic. When older women continue to pursue their hobbies, maintain their social lives, and commit to their routines and passions, even while dating, they naturally command respect. These women show up as complete, whole individuals, rather than making themselves available at the drop of a hat to accommodate someone else. They don't seek to be someone's savior or their only source of joy. They are already fulfilled in their own lives. This kind of self-assured independence creates a dynamic where the man has to earn his place in her life, rather than simply being granted access. And when you make yourself an addition to someone's world rather than the focal point, it gives the relationship a deeper foundation built on mutual respect and desire. A long-term study conducted by the University of Michigan followed over 700 couples for a decade and uncovered fascinating results. The men in committed relationships reported the highest levels of attraction and overall satisfaction when their partners had independent interests, things they were passionate about outside the relationship. This insight is powerful. Being busy with your own life isn't a threat, it's a turn-on. It's incredibly attractive when someone is not waiting around for a relationship to define their worth. The fact that a person can still thrive independently, without leaning on their partner for validation, makes them all the more magnetic. Real-world examples underscore this beautifully. Take Michelle, a 52-year-old woman with a life full of purpose and passion. Her calendar was always brimming: yoga on Wednesdays, weekend hikes in the mountains, and a monthly book club she couldn't wait to dive into. When she met Adam, she didn't feel the need to rearrange her life just to fit him in. That would have been easy to do. After all, the thrill of a new relationship can sometimes make us want to prioritize it above everything else. But Michelle knew her value. She wasn't going to cancel her well-earned me time for anyone. Instead, she said to Adam, "I'd love to see you on Friday after my class." Adam admired that decision, not because she was keeping him at arm's length, but because she wasn't sitting around waiting for him. She was living her life with purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Her decision to maintain her schedule didn't push him away. It made him see her in a new light. He saw a woman who was already complete on her own, a woman who wasn't looking for someone to fill a void, but rather to add to the beauty of her already full life. And because of that, he made her a priority. Not because she made him chase her, but because her life was already so rich, it made him want to be a part of it. This dynamic creates an incredibly strong foundation for any relationship. By keeping her own life intact, a woman shows the man that she is not easily swayed or dependent on anyone else to give her purpose. She's a partner, not a project. There's something powerful in that, and it makes the relationship one of mutual respect rather than one of need. You're not waiting for someone to fill the gaps in your life. You've already built a life you're proud of, and the right partner will only add to it. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. In the end, maintaining your independence isn't about creating distance. It's about fostering respect and allowing the relationship to grow naturally. It's about showing yourself and the other person that you don't need them to complete you. You're already whole. This confidence, this emotional maturity, is exactly what attracts a man who will appreciate and love you for who you truly are, without the pressure of having to mold yourself to fit someone else's needs. So, as you move through life, continue to nurture the things that make you happy and fulfilled. Keep doing the things you love, whether it's yoga, painting, hiking, reading, or simply spending time with friends. When you maintain your own life, your interests, and your boundaries, you become the prize. Not because you're playing games, but because you're living authentically. Authenticity is what truly draws people in. A man who can't see that is simply not the right man for you. Number 3. Flirting without pressure. Flirting, as a concept, is far from being a lost art. It's one of the most potent ways to create connection and spark attraction, but only when done with authenticity, maturity, and, most importantly, without pressure. Flirting is not about impressing someone or seeking validation. It's about creating a playful, meaningful moment that adds depth to a conversation. Older women who have mastered this craft do so with ease and elegance, making them unforgettable to anyone they engage with. What sets them apart is their ability to flirt without the heavy burden of expectation or performance. It's as if they've unlocked a secret. The true power of flirting lies in the freedom to simply be yourself, to enjoy the moment, and to let attraction unfold naturally. One of the most magnetic qualities of older women who flirt well is their comfort in their skin. They've long ago shed the need to impress or prove anything to anyone. Instead, they engage with others in a way that feels natural, confident, and effortless. This kind of self-assurance is not about arrogance, but about genuine comfort in their own identity and in their ability to connect on a deeper level. This isn't something that can be faked. It comes from years of lived experience, of understanding that true connection is about quality, not quantity. There's a magnetic quality to a woman who can look a man in the eye, offer him a sincere compliment, or tease him playfully, without crossing the line into neediness. According to research published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, flirtation that is light, respectful, and responsive fosters deeper attraction in both short-term and long-term relationships. It's the kind of flirtation that feels like an invitation to explore, rather than a challenge to be won or a performance to be put on. Older women excel at this because they're not focused on impressing anyone. They're simply focused on connecting with others in a way that feels real. This level of maturity makes their flirtation so much more potent. I often think about how refreshing it must be for men who are used to conversations that either feel too intense or fall completely flat. The kind of energy that an older woman brings to the table is like a breath of fresh air. It's not about having to give something back in return. It's about shared enjoyment in the moment, an easy rhythm that invites more connection, not more obligation. It's that low-pressure, playful energy that feels natural and inviting, like oxygen to someone who's been in stale, superficial conversations. It doesn't ask for anything. It simply gives and receives in a balanced, effortless way. And that's why it's so deeply appealing. Real-world example. Take Tanya, a 55-year-old woman who understood this concept perfectly. Whenever a man asked her what she did for a living, she would respond with a smile, "I keep people curious. I'll tell you more if you make it to date number 2. Her response was simple, yet profound. There was no pretense, no coyness, and certainly no need to oversell herself. She didn't put pressure on the situation. Instead, she sparked intrigue. The key was the confidence and warmth with which she delivered the line, paired with the unspoken invitation to continue the conversation at a later time. It wasn't about creating mystery for the sake of playing games. It was about leaving the door open for more meaningful, deeper conversation. Tanya's playful banter was a subtle, yet strong example of the magic that happens when flirting is done without pressure. This approach is so magnetic because it doesn't rely on playing hard to get or adopting false personas. There's no manipulation involved, just a simple invitation to connect on a human level. Tanya's ability to flirt effortlessly, without feeling the need to win anyone over or prove anything, is what made her stand out in the best way. It's a kind of magic that comes from being emotionally intelligent enough to know what a conversation is about: connection, curiosity, and enjoyment in the moment. In my view, this style of flirting is what makes older women so compelling. There's a quiet confidence in knowing that you don't have to try too hard to get someone's attention. When you've lived through enough experiences, You begin to understand that the best way to connect with someone is to be fully present and authentic. There's something incredibly attractive about a woman who's not playing games, but is instead inviting you into a space where genuine connection can thrive. This kind of energy is contagious. It's refreshing. And it's exactly why older women who flirt without pressure are so unforgettable. Flirting without pressure isn't just about the words you say, but about the energy you bring into the exchange. It's about how you make someone feel in that moment, how you make them feel seen and valued, without any strings attached. It's a beautiful art form that celebrates the joy of connection without the anxiety of performance. For women like Tanya, it's not about the outcome, it's about the experience, and that, in itself, is unforgettable. Number 4. Expressing healthy standards without apology. Let's dive into something crucial. Men don't just respect what you ask for, they respect what you demand without hesitation, without guilt, and without any second guessing. The key to standing tall in any relationship, especially when you're older and wiser, is expressing your boundaries with such clarity that there's no room for misinterpretation. When an older woman confidently communicates what she will and won't accept, it sets a precedent, one that gets etched into the memory of anyone fortunate enough to be in her presence. This isn't about being harsh or demanding in a controlling way. It's about knowing your worth and having the courage to stand by it. It's about cultivating an unapologetic self-respect that radiates, and men can't help but recognize it. And when you express these boundaries with the calm confidence that comes from a place of deep self-assurance, it doesn't just turn heads, it leaves a lasting impression. A man knows immediately the level of effort he must bring. He understands that you are not here to entertain confusion, manipulation, or half-hearted commitments. If he's not willing to meet those expectations, he knows your boundaries are non-negotiable, and you won't hesitate to walk away. This is not about demanding control over another person's actions or imposing rigid, inflexible rules. It's about being incredibly clear on your non-negotiables, knowing exactly what you will tolerate and what you won't, and not apologizing for those choices. The more unapologetic you are about your boundaries, the more others will respect you. The powerful thing is, when you make your expectations clear and walk away when they aren't met, you're doing yourself, and others, a favor. You're creating space for the right kind of relationship to come into your life. One that honors and values you as you deserve to be. Studies have shown the importance of this self-assuredness in relationships. According to a 2019 case study from the Gottman Institute, relationships where women communicated their standards early on were 40% more likely to lead to lasting commitment. That's not a coincidence. People value clarity. And more importantly, they respect those who show they know their value. It's a level of self-respect that's contagious. When you stand tall and assert what you will and won't accept, you encourage others to do the same. You are teaching those around you that it's okay to demand what you deserve, without apologizing for it. It's empowering for both you and the people you interact with. They learn that they must rise to meet your standards or fall short of your expectations. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Let's talk about a real-world example that perfectly illustrates this power. Sandra, 49, is an older woman who, from the very beginning of a relationship, set the tone for what she wanted. On her second date with a man, she told him calmly and confidently, "I'm not into situations. I date with intention. I'm not in a rush, but I don't entertain confusion." Those words didn't just float away into the ether. They stuck with him. He later admitted that they had been on his mind for months, as they had made her unforgettable. She wasn't being cold or dismissive. She was simply communicating her needs with the poise and maturity that only comes from years of knowing exactly who she is and what she deserves. That sentence, short and simple as it was, made a lasting impact. It made her stand out in a way that no flashy gimmick or desperate attempt to be liked ever could. This is the beauty of owning your standards unapologetically. It doesn't require games, manipulation, or pretending to be something you're not. It doesn't require you to be younger or chase after someone. It simply requires you to show up as yourself, fully aware of what you want and what you're worth. This approach to relationships is not only refreshing, it's magnetic. When you communicate your needs in a calm, direct manner, you're not pushing anyone away. You're simply inviting in the kind of person who will respect and appreciate you for exactly who you are. So here's what you need to remember. You don't have to play games. You don't have to pretend to be someone else to make someone like you. You don't have to guess what men want, because when you know your value, you send out a clear message. The 4 simple things that make this possible are: speak with calm, direct confidence. Keep your life full, and invite someone into it gradually. Don't make them the center of it. Flirt with ease and playfulness, but with no pressure to make it into something more than it is. Hold your standards with quiet strength, knowing that the right person will respect them. That combination doesn't just make an impact, it makes men crazy in the best way. Not because you're playing a game or trying to win them over, but because you're presenting the real, unfiltered version of yourself. No pretenses, no walls, no facades, just the real deal. And in a world where many people are busy pretending to be someone they're not or bending over backward to please others, being authentically you is the most magnetic thing you can do. In a world full of noise and confusion, when you walk into a room fully as yourself, unafraid to hold your own space, you leave an unforgettable impression. You become that woman who stands out, who doesn't settle, who's not afraid to speak her truth. And that, my friend, is the secret to being truly unforgettable. It's not about trying to be someone else or chasing after fleeting moments. It's about owning your worth and creating a life that reflects it. And let's be clear, men, and anyone for that matter, will notice that. So, there you have it, the power of expressing your standards without apology. It's not about being demanding or rigid. It's about knowing your worth, communicating your boundaries with confidence, and standing firm in your truth. When you do that, you attract the right kind of respect and the kind of relationships that truly align with who you are. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned from today's video that you're going to put into practice in your own life? Maybe it's about setting clear boundaries, or about owning your worth unapologetically. Whatever it is, drop a comment below and let us know how you're planning to implement it. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on more content like this. Let's continue this journey of growth together. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.